How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. Welcome to BioMutant. Encode your DNA.
¿Cuál es mejor? Praxis. DNA stream mechanic capture physical elements challenges.
Yo estoy aquí viviendo una botella que yo tenía ahí de Black Label. Una personal de eso. Papi, viéndome esto porque no es más nada.
Obligado. No sé.
40% alcohol. $375 mililitros.
Define your genetic structure.
Tengo a tirar el tronco mañana, maricón, más temprano y eso.
Bueno. Entonces. Pues. No sé, pues acá, cabrón. Me tiro por el bicho.
A la cancha y quieren que yo los lleve para que jueguen baloncesto ahí, cabrón.
No, sí.
Yo tengo que verlo, no puedo jugar porque I got a torn ACL, so.
Ok, pero juega un poquito.
No puedo, cabrón, verdad, no puedo.
¿No puedes tirar de 3?
Puedo tirarle 3, pero si caigo mal me jodo, cabrón.
Cabrón, pues no brinque entonces. No me jodas.
Cabrón, no me gusta hacerlo así, no gusta brincar porque me tiro brincando, cabrón.
Pero a veces hay que tirar sin brincar.
No, porque yo me conozco, cabrón. Siempre le digo, no, así dije la otra vez, no, que lo voy a tirar nada más, que si terminé jugando, cabrón, un juego, uno no, jugué como 4. Y después llegó Andrea, cabrón, y me dijo, te vas a lastimar. Papi, me puso a pensar en la pierna, cabrón, y ahí mismo cuando brinco, un chamaquito me empujó. En el aire, ahí está, y caí mal.
Cabrón.
Pero, no, entonces te tiro mañana cuando llegue de jugar baloncesto. Bueno, con nena,
Vale, cabrón. Está
Claro,
todo. Cuídate mucho, te quiero mucho.
yo también.
Dale, dale.
Lo he dicho, man.
Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Mercenary. Der Commando. Psy-freak. Saboteur. Sentinel. Command Mercenary. Deadeye. Deadeye chosen. Sounds good.
Fuck it, Deadeye it is.
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroad, but for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
So glad you realize who you really are. Let's keep to the bright and better path moving on.
You can't contradict yourself like that. You made the right choice to begin with. Why would you change your mind?
Because you can't deny what's deep within your heart. Sometimes a thought is just a thought. In the end...
But remember, this is just the beginning of the end. Eventually, it'll be my way or the highway.
Guess left can be right sometimes. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The Predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die. Flash the slash. A climb stringer? How unusual. The oil sludge is everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. finished him off. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The morphs produce biomatter in their multitude that they shed under stress. Rods that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including humans. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began to toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
No significa. I've got way too many. Your matches are worth money. Introducing.
The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go. The Wheeled One is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the Wheeled One before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Looper Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree. Asks if you are tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are. Sounds like he thinks she does, despite your heart growing dark. There's nothing. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here. Magic? He claims it's just the force of life, the existence of energy, powering and connecting all things living, like the Nono. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding. You've found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as... You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono, a sensitive being. You handle that net like you've never done anything else. One day, But today, your folks... Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have... From this day on, he'll make nurturing. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your moon... No, she's got lots on her mind. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his Octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, It can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Double the grip for twice the damage. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never... He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him... Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
That's right. Smack that spark out before it starts.
You don't have to be so harsh. It's such a little spark.
Now, take it out now while it's small.
There's always another.
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. Out-of-Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe. and there are 2 nearby.
Uh,
The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe's Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's a bridge. Just get over it. They won't suffer anymore. They've destroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tri-war began. of that with as little energy as you have. That's the Jagni tribe's fault. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war, or part of the problem. Let's see.